And we're live. Chris, we went on this survival trip where Kyle, who you see at the bottom for me anyway, FPS, and me and another guy you don't know, Dr. Chiz, or barely know, and we survived in the woods for 5 days. We didn't bring any food. We bought a water purifier, and then we got sponsors, so we ended up having like hammocks and stuff. But instead of bringing food, we did bring a live chicken. And she started as like poultry, really, just living poultry. She's a food bird. She like whatever, like no one cared about it somehow. We kept it in a box with a towel on the top, but then she escaped from the box and she started just like she didn't run away or anything. We put her back in the box and she escaped again, and now she's just chilling with us. And in terms of survival skills, she was by far the best. She cleaned up the whole campsite of like caterpillars and bugs and stuff. She'd come up next to you and like sit on your foot and just like, hey guys, like I'm really happy to come along with you. I thought she started looking healthier. Am I crazy, Kyle, or did she really agree with the woods?
She was getting better than she was, although she had been living in a box for 3 days. So.
Yeah, yes. Well, we gave her a little bowl of water, and she found her own butterflies and moss and whatever.
She became part of the team, and everyone except for Woody thought, let's just give her a reprieve. We don't need to eat the chicken, right? But no, Woody was like, it's time to... I've never killed anything quite this big. This is going to be... I need to kill this thing. Let's kill it.
And thank God for Woody.
So I killed Henrietta.
Yeah, she eventually died. She died from her wounds not long after the attack ensued.
Here's the thing.
Did you beat her to death?
Well, Kyle held her head, and I had a machete. And the way...
It never sounds better.
He's kind of holding her down on a log. He's holding her head, and then he's putting like a thick stick. I don't know, call it 2 inches in diameter, but between like his hand and where I'm going to chop, so that if I make a mistake, no one gets hurt. I would hit the stick theoretically.
Except Henrietta.
Okay,
but that's the plan. Yeah.
So that wouldn't be a mistake, though. Anyway, the first chop on Henrietta was too low. It was kind of on her shoulders. It definitely didn't give me that nice, clean separation of life and death. The second chop, she was dead. Kyle will argue with you, but he's...
I won't argue with you.
So,
and unfortunately, Henrietta's not here to represent herself. But I'll say
go back
this:
and watch the video.
I've seen a lot of those ISIS videos where they line the people up and just saw their heads off, really, and it's horrible.
Oh, no.
Those people have it much better than if Woody's Gamertag is behind the plate.
I'll
take that jihadi John or whatever from England any day over Woody's Gamertag sawing my head off.
Someone needs to edit that clip of when you take Henrietta to the side and you hear the chopping, like right before that, someone edited in like that, and like just chopping.
By the second chop, I think she was dead. Now it did take 4 chops before the head was just gone. But I really think I was
screaming.
By the
Her
second chop,
screams.
she definitely wished she was dead.
By the second chop, her spinal cord was severed, I think, and it just took 2 more shots to get on the other side of the spinal cord and cut the skin. And
well, I was glad I kept all my fingers, and that
going.
bird would have been dead 2 weeks prior had I not pulled her from the rotation. So
that was the peak of her life. I mean, she was from a factory farm. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the time she spent in the woods with us, in spite of its bumpy ending, was mostly good.
And then you guys
it was rough.
boiled